Yo, what is good? Buddy, Rage Cage 20 here, back with something new with the channel. I briefly mentioned this in another video, but just in case you didn't hear or see, we got Ren today. High Ren specifically, because this is one that when it dropped quite a while ago, it just blew up like crazy. Like literally couldn't stop seeing thumbnails of it. So I'm interested to check that out. I read the description, which was a comment that you left on this video, and I saw that and it was accurate, so I know what the song's about. And like, wow. Crazy. It's like gonna be an intense song. Also, I noticed that was 9 minutes, and when I was scrolling down, I saw there was 11. At least it claims 11 verses. Like, it was a long one. So we don't got time to waste here. We gotta get into it. So let's bring it on down. Let's see what this song can do. I don't like pig masks. Not a fan.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on you pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Fucking hell. Woo! That pitch was crazy. Okay. Yeah. I might have come to this conclusion on my own. Not about the message of the song, but about a comment that was left on Genius, I believe. But like, yeah, no, that definitely does have like a stage play sound, feel, imagery to it, which I imagine is intentional. I don't know, maybe it's possible that it just started writing the song and recording it and stuff, and it just kind of turned out with that sound and whatnot. But just kind of the echoey nature of the room and just kind of the live feel of it and the sound quality makes me think that it was intentionally kind of made like a visual stage play kind of thing. But I'm just guessing. Like I could honestly see that being the intro song to like a Broadway musical. Like, that's impressive right out the gate. Just the sound quality and the visuals of the whole thing. Like, and shit, dude, the fucking wordplay and the rhyme schemes in here was next level. That shit was crazy. The message of the whole thing was very, like, the word choice in some of these, like, it's like the same level of descriptors and everything that you would expect in like scenes from like either like crazy epic medieval like almost D&D, Lord of the Rings style kind of writing, and or like some Diablo style video game or something. Like, where's the part about the gods and shit? About like angels and demons and gods and stuff like that, but also just the more intensely the light shone, the darker the shadow it casts and stuff. Talking about this eternal dance and just the difference. Oh, here it is. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from gods, from demons, from gods. We must not forget we are human beings. Like, that just alone just sounds like it just came out of like some kind of DVD or D&D kind of show or movie or like some kind of video game. Like, the references, the word choice and everything is just like crazy descriptive and almost like bringing this fantasy scenario but relating it to just life and human beings, and making those comparisons is insane and awesome. Like, insane in a good way. Like, that's crazy good. And of course the everything that he did intentionally within the video and the song itself, the different voices to symbolize the two different characters, one internal and one outside, the way he would look in a different direction to signify which one was talking on top of the voice change. Like, it completely switches up the state of mind when he's looking one way from the other. The interesting vocal choices and whatnot in the intro that in the outro that we'll get to, not the spoken outro, but the the singing outro. That's the same as the intro, or they're similar. There's interesting choices there. And the way he made the voice, like I put down here before I stopped writing, because otherwise I was going to be writing something down every few seconds. So I was just like, I'm going to have to go through the whole fucking thing at this point. But it made this the voice that he would use to describe the voices in his head gave me kind of like a cartoon version of the Joker from Batman, like kind of that wild, higher pitched kind of aggressive bite of a voice. Like, yeah, absolutely. And I believe it described it as chaotic at some point. It would self-criticize and urge me to do things I knew were morally wrong. But I believe somewhere, and he said something about it being a force of like chaos or something like that, but I'm not 100% positive. But yeah, that would definitely describe the Joker for sure. So very interesting choice in there, and then kind of going back to a more like his style voice when rebeling back against the voice and whatnot. And the rhymes in here, man, were fucking like straight up rapping up in here. Like, well, yeah, I definitely see why this song made waves on waves on waves upon its release. Like, yeah, not only are you willing to be vulnerable and emotional and share your experiences and what you went through to help others with their experiences, and to realize that they're not alone, and that there's help, and there's things you can do, and that people are there for you, and etc., etc., etc. But also just the way it was presented. It's fast paced. It has this like, again, this theater play kind of feel to it, and demonstration, and it has a lot of chaos and this is mighty fucking impressive. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, this is incredibly impressive on every level of the writing, of the visuals, of the audio, of the lyric capabilities, like, and the specific descriptor word choices, and as we mentioned, the comparisons between what feels like should be in a fantasy realm, but like it's actually describing what we go through as humans on a daily basis and whatnot. Is just like everything's just checking off like top tier level stuff here. So like, yeah, no, I get it. I definitely understand what everyone was talking about. I'm very interested to see other people and how they respond to this, for sure. But before we get there, I mean, God, I'm nervous about going through this because I just know like how deep and intense it's gonna get, how honed in and lengthy this will probably be. So all right, let's go back. We're about to talk for a little bit. Let me get a sip on. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but so you know what I'm in for. All right. Only thing I got down here, and a lot of it I'll probably remember as it goes along, what I wanted to talk about and whatnot. But right out the gate, the guitaring itself. Now I'm not like super familiar with different nationality sounds and musicality. Like, I did take an ethnomusicology class, and so I do occasionally pick up certain sounds that remind me of certain nations and whatnot, but sometimes I feel like I'm guessing. And in this one, like, I don't know if I wouldn't know, because it sounds like I also, speaking of which, having a hard time distinguishing certain nationalities and whatnot. I honestly like for the longest time, I'm gonna be, you know, this is a video to be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can barely tell the difference a lot of the times between British and Australian. Like the word choice is incredibly similar. You know, they both say mate, they both say mum. You know, they have a lot of insanely similar slang. You know, they pronounce things very similarly. Like I'm sure they both say aluminium, you know, stuff like that. Obviously there's a difference in accent, but like it's close in my opinion. So it's like I've always had a hard time distinguishing between the two. I made that mistake before in a past video, not one of mine, but someone else's video that I commented on like many years ago. And the person's like, not British, he's Australian. It's like, sounds like to me. And for the longest motherfucking time, I swear Viva the Dirt League was British. And then I realized when they mentioned it, I was like, oh, they're Australian. Like for a good solid year or so, I thought they were British. So like, I have a really hard time distinguishing the difference between the two. If you ask me, they're pretty much the same. Even though they would be unhappy with that. So when I was reading through the, you know, the comment that he left and whatnot, when he said mum, I was like, oh, he's British. But now I realize, dude, could be Australian. I wouldn't fucking know. I get a little bit of an Australian vibe, but like, so he's one of those. And you can hear the accent in his voice and whatnot. And I get completely honest, it sounds kind of Australian, but it could easily be British, and I wouldn't know the difference. But what I was going to go through before that, what I was going to talk about was his with the guitar in the beginning. I'm getting this huge kind of like Spanish influenced guitaring in here, which is very cool. I love the sounds. There's even certain parts where it sounds like he's adding like a Metallica riff in there as well, which is very interesting. And yeah, when we get to the breakdown section, I believe it's the breakdown section, this is what it calls it. There's some very intense musical things he does, both and visual, but musically that he does with the riff and the chord progression. And I think there's a lot of chromaticism used in there to almost have this kind of like demon exorcist kind of moment in there, and just like, you know, I am the creator of all kind of thing that's going on there, and like the music really reflects that, which is really cool. But yeah, in the beginning I'm definitely getting this is very Spanish influenced guitaring thing, and again the Metallica, some kind of Metallica in there, and then the whole O's neutral syllable intro, the rap likeness, the back and forth Joker voice. That's all I got down. So if we haven't already, let's bring it on down here and let's get into this. Right out the gate, I don't like it. Because ever since Saw motherfucking 1, that movie fucked me up. I do not like pig masks, man. They freak me out for some reason. I don't know why. It's just, I love pigs. Pigs are adorable, even though they, if you happen to be dead or dying around them, they will probably just eat you. Which is a little horrifying in its own right, but like, I do love pigs. They're adorable. You know, I'd love to have a little potbelly pig someday. But yeah, something about the sounds that pigs make, just in general, is just like a horror sound, and they use it in a lot of horror movies and games. It's just a horrifying sound. That mixed with what it was used for in Saw and the graphicness of it, I just don't like pig masks now. So this beginning I'm not really a huge fan of. I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna get into it, so I'm just gonna reset the video right now. All right, let's get it. Let's see this pig in all its glory. Just from the, while it's going through here, just from the setting. Hold on, let me check out what is. Is that I part of it? Lid? Shh. I'm sure that's supposed to mean something. I'm not, it's not clicking with me, but I'm sure that's supposed to mean something as well. But obviously this whole decrepit scenery of what looks like a run down, shut down, or should be shut down at least, insane asylum. And of course the scrubs and everything, like, or the, not scrubs, but what do they call that, hospital gown or something like that. I think at least that's what it's called, you know, that you would probably wear either if you're a patient in a hospital or in a insane asylum. Very nice. The person wheeling him in is wearing blood and a pig mask. I'm sure there's a lot of descriptions about that as well. But, yeah. Not a fan of that. Yeah, literally that whole just few seconds we just heard there, second or two, everything about that just sounded Latin to me. The down, 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 and then the down, 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 down. You know, just everything about that, just heavy Latin Spanish influence on that, in my opinion. That's what it sounds like to me. It's fucking gorgeous. It's an amazing riff. I like that little playful run there. That's nice. I like that. I like that. Nice little bend there. All of that right there. Now, obviously, we kind of start off with this kind of softer Spanish-like feel. Just kind of has this nice beauty to it. And then right when we get into that bend, which creates a little bit of a turmoil in the sound, then we start getting to this kind of heavier, almost like metal riff on an acoustic guitar, which really gives me like some Metallica vibes for sure. Like, it just kind of, I think it's great theming, just showing the light in the piece, but then it gets kind of overrun by this very tumultuous, almost metal sounding riff. Like, great music blending there. I like that. Also, not only do I like that transposes up, just sliding, like I would say maybe, if not, I don't think it's half step. I would say maybe like seconds or thirds going down there, which is really cool. But I also love, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I love me a good triplet. I love his use of triplets here. Ta 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 triplet, triplet, triplet. Like, very nice. And it's also retardanoing at the same time. Dun 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 dun. Like, that's sick. That's pretty sick, man. I like that riff. That's really cool. And then we, after that very cool intro, we get to the vamping rhythm here. That's gonna be pretty much the whole background for a lot of the verses and whatnot until we get to the breakdown section, and it gets back into the very open soloish nature of the guitar. First off, I like this just very simple doom din doom din doom din doom din. Again, that also kind of has a kind of a musical feel to it. I could you know, you just have this like very simple repeating background while the voices sing something, and then when they're not singing, so you know, a lot of very intricate musical stuff will happen, and then it just goes back down. Really sets the stage here, which I really like. I even like that there's a little bit of a pause before we get into that, like it just like kind of letting the introduction solo there just kind of breathe for a second, then doom din doom din, and then we get into it, which is really cool. Yeah, no, this I gotta say, I don't know anything about this man besides what I read in the comment. And that's it. That's the only thing I know about this man. I do not know about his training. I do not know what he has done in his life. I don't even know if the dude's Australian or British. But I'm guessing one of those two. I mean, no, Canadian's a different accent. You never know. But if this dude didn't go to school and get musically trained through some kind of college or something, and he just maybe just started looking up stuff through books or online or something, this is insanely impressive. Like he sounds like he's been trained, like extremely musically trained. The writing that he is doing is not just your simple like I just wanted to get on YouTube and have fun and whatnot. Like this is like high trained level of writing that he's doing here, with everything and mixing with the audio and the sound to make it sound like it's a stage play. Like this is like high level shit of writing. Like impressive. Like I wouldn't expect to hear this level of writing except for like people that do like symphonic metal and stuff like that, like Nightwish or Epica or Within Temptation. Like this kind of level of writing that I would expect to hear from them, not just someone who, I mean, I assume just does stuff on YouTube. I don't know if he has his own group or anything, if he's been touring a while before YouTube or anything like that. I don't know, but from my knowledge at the moment, it's just someone who just makes music for YouTube. This is not the level of writing I would expect from that. Like, this is like high tier fucking writing, and it's very impressive. So I'm guessing he's musically trained, but yeah, people teach themselves how to do stuff all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised. But just like, that's insanely impressive. Anyways, to the ooze. That little break there before we get into this vamp. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, let's just break it down. Let's start at the over vamping sound and theme here. Now, right when I heard this, just kind of not only the timbre to which he's singing it, the tone and the range which he's singing it, but also the kind of echoiness on the production, as well as those very tight vibratos that he does at the end, is giving me like, it's making me think, like, first thing I'm thinking of is like a ghost or like a banshee or like some kind of ethereal being almost, just by the pure sound quality and the way he's bringing it up to that really high level and having this really tight, intense vibrato to it. This is making me think of like a ghost or banshee singing this song. this in here, which I think is, from everything I've seen writing wise so far, I think that's extremely intentional. Maybe not specifically a ghost or something, but like I might be onto something with that ethereal voice or something like that. Kind of playing into this, which really fucking cool sound. Very, I love the interval pattern to it. I love the melodicness of it. It's gorgeous. It's really cool, but also has this like haunting, creepy, ghost-like vibe to it at the same time. Really fucking cool, and I like that he repeats it. Like, Jesus. And that, I want to say that's an octave jump that he does there, and he glissando slides it. Dun, 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 dun. Like, did I say slide? Slide. Does a glissando slide up to it. Dun, 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 dun. And I feel like I've heard that rhythm, the specific rhythm, from somewhere. And again, I want to say maybe musical theater. So that's interesting. The comparisons there. But that's impressive. That's impressive. Like octave, maybe even. I mean, if it's not an octave, I'd say like right next to that, like a seventh or a ninth or something. But like beautiful, like at least near 8 interval slide up. That's also not super easy to do. I like this separation between that. First off, again, very tight vibrato there. I like that. I like the sound that also adds to it. But it's all very, very, very staccato-like. Now, of course, it's like staccato, but like they're oh my god, they're the notes are like tied together, so it's like you're just separating it with air instead of using a hard tongue. You know, that's very interesting. But yeah, it's all very staccato and accented. Dun, 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 dun. And then at the end, it's very legato, very smooth, connected. Like that's, I love that contrast that he adds in there, to separate between the two sections. That's like really cool, and the melodic run there at the end is also very gorgeous. Like very intriguing for so many different reasons. This intro is. Nice little percussion he's adding in there by hitting the frets. That's really cool. Well, I guess that part wouldn't be the fret itself. That would be this section's the body of the guitar where the strings are just nice little percussion slaps in there. That's really nice too. I like that. All right, so here we're gonna get to this voice, and we're gonna get to this amazing rhyme scheme wordplay stuff in here. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. I like it though. We're only a minute in. It's fantastic.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran.
Jesus, that flow, that speed, and while he's talking, especially at first, I thought it was just gonna be one side, but I like at first, he's looking to at least our right, his left, I would assume, unless this video's flipped, and that side light is flashing on and off. The way he's looking, that side is flashing on and off, and I don't remember, but I'd wager that on the next verse when he's flipping the other way and he's him speaking, that the lights won't flicker. Like, that's my guess. The imagery is fucking insane. First off, I love the rhyme scheme in this. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Like, damn. And then the speed that he picks up on the, because I always come back, deep down, you know that, deep down, you know that. Like, that's fucking insane, dude. The flow on this is insane. I love the punctuation and the creates this rhythm to the way he's saying it. Like, just everything about the way he does it with the nice little, the nice little rhythm. Da-dun, da-dun, da. And it's fucking sick, man. This is so fucking cool.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran on your pleat.
Like, fucking damn. Miss me, periphery, risky. Like, I like that after it switches the rhyme scheme to deep down, you know that, deep down, you know I'm always in your periphery, and then comes back to that rhyme scheme, just delays it a stanza there. Like, again, I would be floored to learn that this dude's self-taught. Like, this seems trained to a T. So that would be absolutely fucking nutty if he trained himself. Like, that'd be like prodigy level of skill right there. So I'm sure someone will let me know. Anyways, let's let you go.
Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Bren.
The intensity to that ending line, the little bit of grit he adds in there. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me, because the shepherd leads the flock, leads the sheep, so it's not your place to lead me, I'm the one who leads you, not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me, lead me, feed me. Wow. And obviously it's biting the hand that feeds. So saying biting the hand that feeds me wouldn't be right to the thing, because, you know, it would be saying that he's the hand that feeds, he's feeding you, he's the voice in your head supporting you, so you're biting the hand that feeds you. but biting off the hand that feeds me because you're the one that's feeding it. Like that flip on that saying there, that wordplay is fucking nuts. Like, and then the way, first off, not only visually that he switches over, let's pay attention to these lights. I'm gonna wager that they're not gonna flicker in this second verse. They might flicker later when he's speaking, but the second verse, I think they're specifically not gonna do anything. That's important visually there. But not only him switching the way he's looking, but also the way he said hi Ren. You know, it wasn't a cheerful like, oh hey Ren, how's it going? It was kind of like, you're back, hey Ren. I'm like, God, stop talking to me. You know, delivery wise, genius. Like everything here in this first and to the second verse is just fucking incredible. Like, it is a little crazy for someone to pronounce themselves a genius. I know he says it somewhere in here. But like honestly, he's not far off. Like this is Prodigy level writing. Like so, like even if he does truly believe himself to be or have a genius, because there's some realm of thinking to where people say like genius isn't something you are, genius is something that you have. He wouldn't be far off. Like any stretch of the imagination. So this is insanely clever and insanely skilled.
The sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me, not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi.
Not only does that little bout of intensity and aggression come out there, but also he drops the sound down and just spits out that line. And then when he switches to the second verse, it kind of softly comes back in. Sick. Nice.
Lead me, you're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me, not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill.
That's just classic writing right there. Just the way that meters out, the way that's phrased there. I've been taking for some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. You know, you have the same length on both of those, and then the next one's a longer phrase but ends the same way. So like, yeah, classic writing right there. Very, very well done. And also just kind of explaining what's happening. You know, he's been talking to a therapist, so he's been taking some time to try to get away from the voice that's becoming less and less frequent or something like that. Like, this is just very impressive stuff right here.
To be still.
Let's hear that.
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
And he's also he has to be trained, right? This would be insane if he's not. Not only if you listen to those phrases, we'll go back again. If you listen to those phrases, he is phrasing them like a perfect solo line. He's crescendoing through the first half, decrescendoing through the second half. Like this is fucking nutty, man.
Lead me, you're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me, not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that the...
So again, we have the beat dropping out there when he turns back over and starts the next verse. And just the line, you sound more insane than I do. Like, first off, the voices in your head trying to self-sabotage you and whatnot. And he had literal other voices in his head because of his brain injury or whatever it was. There's these hallucinating voices that are coming from a different entity as far as his conscious thought is knowledgeable of. Like, as far as it's aware of, it is coming from like a completely different entity. It's fast. Like, it's like, I feel really bad that this guy had to go through that, and that other people probably have to go through this as well. But like, it's absolutely fascinating, horrifying, but fascinating at the same time. Like, just the thought of auditory hallucinations is just is very fascinating. Because, like, in your head, you hear it clear as day, but there's nothing that's actually there. It's fascinating. Very unfortunate. I feel bad for this guy, but, like, he at least was able to find a way to control it enough and use that to empower himself artistically. So, best case scenario, absolutely, but I still feel bad for him. Like, that's not fun. I imagine that's not fun for anyone to have to go through, but wow. I just like that line in general. You sound more insane than I do. That's
I
crazy.
think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than...
And the way that he did that, to where it's like, the way the head turns back all sinister like, that's, you know, that's clever.
much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times, you're civilian, man.
I don't think the lights flickered at all when he was over there. I think I was right. But that, because I just noticed they started flickering again. Like, great visual there. I love that. But more insane than I do, you think those eyes are really there to guide you? Like, the rhyme scheme is fucking insane. And the flow is incredible.
Mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate.
First up, I love the isms here. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's British isms or Australian isms here, but fucking dumb boy is definitely something that probably Americans wouldn't say. But the way this works here, like, fucking, geez, first off, the rhythm. We're gonna go through the rhythm, the way he delivered that. Yeah, that internal rhyme scheme there. Take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Like, first off, that's fucking cool. And then how that rhyme scheme continues. Follow this 10-step program. Rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Like, that's rejoice, dumb boy. Like, it's a little bit of a slant rhyme, but still, like, God, Lee, and the intensity, the speed that it picks up, and the rhythm that it goes through is fucking nuts.
You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times, your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All
That rhythm is so catchy and cool.
the pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your...
Yeah, it's this it's this like double stress syllable that you know is setting up the rhyme scheme. Pill boy, drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Like, he kind of like accents and emphasizes the word right before the rhyme scheme and the word of the rhyme. And he does it with rejoice. But he uses the two syllables there to do the same exact pattern. That's fucking cool.
Pill boy, drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like, I actually might do something great.
Doing bits. I think that's a ism there that I'm not familiar with. Southern UK. Hey, British. Southern UK slang for achieving recognition and respect. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I think that's a ism. I think that's a slang that I'm not aware of, but like I recognize it immediately. Is that, again, my thought would be something that British would say. So I wanted to say British, and it says Southern UK. So I'm really hoping it's British, man. I swear I can't tell the difference between them. But yeah, I like this.
When I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that...
Oh man! First off, I love this like self-realization, just this kind of like lightness in the dun 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 with that kind of higher note on the second one there, on the second note, as just like him trying to rationalize. It's like, nah, man, like no. Like, I do really do think that like things are going well, and that's why we shouldn't talk. Like, I want to get you out of me and whatnot. And of course, that's going to anger the voice in his head, and it's going to turn on him here. Like, fascinating, very fascinating.
The hell? You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner.
Jesus, that whole line just like really fast, spitting out, almost rapid fire, like no backing sound, no music to it, and it's just really fast. You amputate me, I am you, you are me, you are I am we. Like that fucking those flips on there and that wordplay is insane. We are one, split in two, that makes one. You see, you gotta kill you if you want to kill me. Like, that's just a fucking hard bar, and the voice inside your head trying to convince you that, like, nah, if you kill me, you kill yourself. Like, trust me, like that, trying to lie to you and mess with you. Like, God damn, that's fucking hard bars, man.
Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but
where is that? It almost sounds like he makes Oprah and nowhere rhyme somehow. It's very interesting. Like Oprah, nowhere. I think he said something like that. Anyways, yeah. Just kind of lyrically there, that's just really strong to where it's like, you know, the voices in your head telling you ain't shit, you ain't good enough and whatnot, trying to break you down. Once that's like, oh, you think your music's good? Like, you haven't gotten any awards or Grammys, or you haven't even talked to Oprah. Like, you ain't shit and whatnot. But then I really like this rebuttal of, you know, not trying to hold yourself to such high standards. It's just like, oh, to make it, you would have to have achieved this checklist and this checklist and whatnot. It's just like, it's kind of like what I do. Is to, it's like, I'm not trying to get like 1 million subscribers. I'm not trying to like be known by everybody. I just want to reach somebody and make someone's day a little bit better. And it's kind of the same thing he says here. He's, I never chase numbers or statistics or stats. You know, I'll never be played on the radio and stuff like that. So I don't really care about that. I'm not considering that, because some people are connecting with my music, and the people who are respect it, and I'm giving people like something that they can use for themselves. That's good enough for me. Lyrically and just self-realization wise, that's just fucking amazing writing. Just in general, lyrically there, I love that.
my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you say
I mean, yeah, his life has been rough. And so it's just like, hey, you know, for me that's enough, because life is fucking rough, and this at least gives me something that I can be happy with myself in. Like, you know, respect that. That's really good stuff right there. You know, when I started this and I saw it was 9 minutes long and everyone was talking it up and whatnot, I knew there was a chance I was going to be here for a while. I mean, it's okay, because I got at least an hour before I have to be at my cousin's place for Thanksgiving. So it's fine. We can get through this. Anyways, let's see. Let's see the rebuttal round here. Let's see where this goes rebuttal wise. Let's back up a little bit here.
that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me.
So first off, that rhyme at the end of the phrase in the middle, or at the beginning of the next phrase, really nice. But just him like saying no one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself, and then just everything cuts out. Trust me, and then it comes back in again. That's very musical theater like. I love that. It's very stage play. I love that. But trust me, you should be so lucky. Like, The internal rhyme scheme there is fucking nuts. I love that. Let's bring it back a little bit here.
Hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations.
Damn, I forgot about that one. Having me inside you to guide you, remind you. Side, guide, remind. That's amazing rhyme scheme right there. That's amazing. And with the flow with it. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck, that's nuts. That's nuts writing right there, man.
And just ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations.
The stress he puts on that, inside you to guide you to guide you. The little stress he puts on there, like this dude raps for real. Like let's be let's be honest, this dude's rapping for real right here.
You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal? Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not.
So I like this back and forth that he has right here in the middle, the head voices verse and whatnot. I like that it's going back and forth here. So he's gonna start shifting back and forth, which is awesome. But after the inside you, guide you, remind you, it doesn't immediately go back to the rhyme scheme to manage expectations. Provide you goes back to it again, which is really fucking awesome. Perspective, that thing you neglected, I get it. Like that. This constant switching in and out of rhymes, changing up the rhyme scheme and stuff is just fucking nuts. You want to be a big deal next Jimi Hendrix? The beat drops again. His use of cutting off the music and dropping the beat is just insane, and it helps punctuate and accent the message of what's being said there. Forget it, and then it switches. God. Fuck. This is really good, man. This is insanely impressively good.
That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal? Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No.
So again, as I mentioned before, but now we can really hear the back and forth, the difference between those two lines. I think the first note is the same in both, but whenever he's speaking himself, it goes up to no. It's that like nice, soft, angelic like note. And when it's the head voice that's trying to destroy you, it goes down. It goes down to that kind of harsher, lower note. And so you get an example of that. He's speaking, it goes up. It goes back to the other voice speaking, and it goes down. Like, that's creative. That's really creative. I kind of noticed that, but they were separated from each other, so I didn't, I kind of mentioned it, but I didn't like really go into it. But now
to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal? Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you.
Oh, that Antwat, obviously, it's a word in America we don't often say, though. I think last time I heard that was like 10 plus years ago when what's his face? When Dane Cook said it in one of his comedy specials. I forgot about that word. Get the jelly, twat. God, I haven't listened to that forever. I should probably go listen to it again sometime. It's not like that, man. It's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. Like, that's a hard comeback there, and it gets intense and fast, and it's good shit, man.
Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man. You're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
So Eminem did it, but like saying Eminem did it, played it on guitar, but hey, someone else did that. Plan B. What's that? Plan B every day. I assume it's a band, and I assume that's a song. I click on it. What does that do to me? Oh, God. Okay, Plan B. UK English hip-hop recording artist. Got it. Never heard of Plan B. Good to know. Eminem did it. Yeah. I mean, Eminem does it often. I think he has a whole multiple albums dedicated to battling his subconscious. But yeah, I like that this break the fourth wall by acknowledging the song that starts talking about like the song itself, and then just kind of being like, hey, you know, you're nothing, everyone's done this before you, you're just copying other people. Like just the constant battering and how it's just drilling it home and honing in on how much that voice just, no matter how much you fight back and be like, no, see, it's like this, it's like, yeah, but you're not good enough for this person did it before you, but like, no, it's like this, no, the you know, the way it constantly goes back and forth is just like, is like, I think it's a realism that a lot of songs like touch on but don't actually drill it home as much as this one is, and I think that's pretty cool. But I love again that eternal rhyme scheme there. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Like that, the rhyme schemes are insane. And then the other voice follows that rhyme scheme by ending it with acknowledging this song. Like that's nutty. It's absolutely nutty.
Wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing
Fuck
other people's
yeah.
material.
Man, you're not original, you criminal. Like, first off, that immediate rhyme flip there. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Like that, first off, the flow and rhyme scheme on that is fucking nuts. Like, damn, dude.
He did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you.
First off, heard it all before, rhyming with she sells seashells on the seashore. Like, rhyming that with the line before it is fucking nutty. And the way it's mocked, the way he's saying it's in a mocking tone, is just like fantastic. And then, you know, you can hear the little break in emotion in his voice, which is like, fuck you. You know, just like, wow. Getting fed up and angry and emotional at the voice in your head. It's just, this is just insane writing, man.
Material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells
And the beat
seashells on
drop
the
again
seashore.
is
Fuck you.
impressive.
I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius.
There's the
and I will
genius
be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath it.
That's right, speak your truth. Your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's
So, I don't know what a God complex is, but what does this annotation say? Later in the song, Ram begins to cite Bible verses. Definitely sounds definitely crazy at that. And the voice references itself to the many incarnations of tragedy and Satan. Your God complex leads out of you. Okay, got it. I'm with it now.
refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
I'm sure that's something he's probably said, and so for him to really take that and find a way to mock it, and the fact that not only does the beat drop again, but he actually goes quite a long time just speaking this part out and mocking that line, like. But I mean, it is true. I mean, you know, music shouldn't be about money. It should be about the process of creating and, you know, expressing yourself artistically. And if people find a way that they can relate to it, then that's awesome. But that's not really, that's only part of what it's about. It's more about just expressing yourself artistically. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. It's not about all this other stuff. But if that comes with it, that's cool. That's a bonus. But a lot of people don't think about that and just think about how can I get money, and that's what is annoying. But he responds back again. And I love this line. First off, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Ren. Like, you know, kill the voice in your head. Well, fucking kill me then. Let's fucking have you. Which again, is another slang, another ism. Like, let's have you then. You know, let's see if we have it here. Yeah, no, it's not gonna mention that. Yeah. But yeah, it's just great. I love this back and forth here again. It's fantastic stuff.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then. Let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me.
So I guess kind of a way to I guess the way to bring that around to like how we would pronounce that or think about that in America, be like, you know, I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like, ah, bring him, motherfucker. Let's fucking go. That's pretty much what he's saying with let's fucking have you. It's pretty much the same thing. But I like how it's like, you know, he's just like, I'm gonna kill you, and then it's just like, well, fucking kill him. Let's fucking go. You know, the way that he gets intense with that voice switch there, it's fucking great.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose.
Whew, God, the flow switch ups here are crazy. The way the delivery is constantly switching is crazy. It's amazing. It's very impressive. I love this. And then like it's a little bit slower when it's lighter when it's him, and then it gets intense and it gets into the thought voice, and then he switches back. It's kind of softer and slower again. But I'm gonna do it. Watch me prove it. Who you doubt my music? Like the fucking flow and scheme in here is just impressive every step of the way.
Choose who survives. I'll tie you to doubt my music, cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Kind of falls off and stops the music there. Yeah, I call the shots and I choose who survive. Like it does the same exact thing as die, survive. If it's the right, yeah, it's fantastic, man.
Process, and if people can
Fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
And this, first off, I thought this was just kind of like the battle that was ensuing and the voice in his head dying. Which maybe there was a little bit of a battle that happens here. And then we get to this breakdown section here. They call it a bridge, but I'm going to call it a motherfucking breakdown because I can. To where pretty much the voice is kind of taking over here as they're having this fight and whatnot. I think the voice kind of like dies in the end. But like the voice is kind of coming out here and just talking some mad crazy stuff, and I think it's a biblical line. Ren is playing on the idea that ambition and self-hatred and self-doubt are both the work of the devil. Sure. But also that this has always been a part of what it means to be human since we were cast out of the Garden of Eden by God for committing the original sin. Eve committed the original sin. What's this we shit? Okay, first off. That was Eve. She's like, bitch, you ain't gonna get no pussy if you don't get that apple and eat it with me. And like, what was Adam to do? We all know who sinned first. Like, let's be real here. But we are by nature fallen creatures, so the goal. Sorry, I'm kidding, but it's so fucking wild and funny to say. So the goal. I'm mostly kidding. But like, I'm pretty sure that's how that conversation went down. So the goal of entirely amputating that part of ourselves is hopeless, sure. Hence, later in the closing monologue, Ren emphasizes that it is not finally a battle between good and evil, but an eternal dance with what makes us human, being both the good and the bad, half God, half devil. Let's go. Yeah, you can't just kill it. You have to keeping it in check, keep doing this dance between trying to do the right thing in the face of bad and just trying to live life the best you can. And yeah. Very cool. So let's get this demonic breakdown section here. I gotta bring that back up. There we go.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am...
Yeah, the devil. For sure. I like those just these one single bass dum every now and then while he's just monologuing this part out. It's really cool.
I'm the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am
Reason for treason. Are you kidding me with that rhyme?
sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, Father...
Yeah, this section here, as we're getting intense and the lights are constantly kicking in and out, and we start getting this music back in, I think it's just transposing up chromatically. I think that's what's happening. It's just going up by half steps or something like that. But it just keeps transposing up, just slightly getting more intense. I think that chromaticism is what's creating that rising tension in there. Like, again, This dude's gotta be trained, right? There's no way he's just putting this together just from self research and stuff, right? This is insane.
I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies, Mephistopheles, truth in a blender.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going up by half steps.
Deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing.
So not only does he keep rising in intensity and his pitch and whatnot as it's just slowly going up higher and higher by half steps, just chromatically rising, which creates this crazy rising tension, but he's also getting more intense. And yeah, great writing, great production level, amazing.
Truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender.
And the rhyme scheme's insane.
In front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see I won't.
And then that very dissonant, like that little chord progression he's got going on there. Like, yeah, good choices here. All both chromaticism and dissonance really create this tension and this kind of this like turmoil within the sound and whatnot. So using both of those to his advantage to create this kind of like dark Satan-like speech, like again, just insanely clever writing.
My solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live
mortal, feeble, and normal. Kill me, I'm eternal, immortal. Like, that rhyme scheme is fucking nuts. This dude raps for fucking real.
in every decision that catalyzes chaos that causes division.
This dude is getting like metal chords from an acoustic guitar, man. Insane. Absolutely love it.
I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Again, that whole is just transposing, I think, by, I want to say, half steps again. Like, just very chromatic, very cool. And then at the end of it, the lights come back on. There's a little pause. And then he starts playing again. Just keeps transposing the same line there again, but this time it's going downwards. Almost like the falling. Okay. And then we're back.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm, I was made to...
Just fucking, the word choice in here is just heroic and like just, it's like powerful, like creation of the world terms. Like, this is insane, man. I love it.
Be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand. It's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet.
So I like the whole video. It's been sitting, and now when he's finally won himself in a way, kind of come to this realization and been able to silence the noise and, you know, start believing in himself and like what humans are supposed to do, and like this is just all part of living. He says, stands on my own 2 feet, which is of course a slogan, standing on your own 2 feet, and then stands up when he's been sitting the whole entire video. Lyric matching video, very powerful, good stuff. And I like that the word is his is capitalized because it's referring to little Jeezy upstairs. Very nice.
And you know me, my will is eternal. And you...
My will is eternal. I mean, first off, I'm pretty sure that's just another biblical verse, but my reign eternal, I think, is what I'm thinking of. I don't remember who. I want to say Cake did a song that's like that. That had that same line, like my either my will is eternal, my reign is eternal, something like that. So that's what made me think of there for a second. But yeah, anyways.
Know me, you've met me before.
Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope.
So Satan, known as the beast with many names, just has a lot of names in general. So answering the Satan-like voice in his head, saying like, "Yo, I go by many names as well. Some people call me Hope." Like, that is just an insane heavy bar right there. That's a powerful ass bar right there. I love that.
Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
Not only can that also be called a hope, but just that visual when you loosen the noose on the rope, like you're about to hang yourself, but this is the voice you hear when you decide, no, I'm not going to kill myself today. Fucking powerful ass bars right there. And he's also believing in himself that what he does actually does help people. Like, and listen to the music, not only is it going up, but the whole thing is just kind of around these very high, airy, like angelic, like notes and chords and stuff. Like, good music choice there. I love that.
And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake.
God, the rhyme scheme's insane.
So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs.
I like that he starts adding tonality in here instead of just all spoken and rap. Like, while he's saying that, I'll sing from the top of my lungs, and he starts singing. It's very beautiful melodic line. I love that.
That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire in spite
God damn, his flow switch ups are insane.
that make to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. Like, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have made songs about the immortalization of yourself through music and whatnot, and through the acts that you do. I think a big one for me is Blood Legion by In This Moment. But I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a coin with two different sides. Like, we're I mean, again, another very coined phrase there, but it's like pretty much like we're the same coin, but we're on the different sides of the coin. Like, that's crazy. We're the same, you and I. I'm immortal like you, but we're going in opposite directions. You're this darkness and whatnot, but I'm this light and hope. Two opposite sides. That's fucking crazy, man. Pause. And then we get back to the beginning of the song here. And it has this very cyclical nature to it. Like, the whole thing does, going back and forth and whatnot. Having a long monologue for the dark side, but then having a long monologue for the light side. And then we come full circle, going back to the beginning. And that's when the lights start flickering again, as if that the voice in the head is not truly gone, but it's something you must continue to battle. And it's a constant dance and loop. Like, I see what you're doing there. That's clever. First off, I love this guitar riff. You know, I just love those muted chords in there, as well as just the big strum section. It's really cool. Wait for the but you don't get it here. Do we need to let's see, is there anything in the beginning at the end here? I really like this last section. I guess we'll bring it back up because I don't think we're going to go through it. We'll just let it in there because the last part is just kind of spoken and whatnot. But what I really like about that is when he's saying, as I got older, I realized there were no real winners and no real losers in psychological warfare. first off, referring to the battle with you and the voices in your head that tried to destroy you when as psychological warfare is that's just a strong bar in general. That's really fucking cool. I like that. I like that description there, and I'll probably use that myself. But yeah, just there's no real winners. No one really wins. No one really loses. But there are victims. And I also like that he has there were students, because you learn. You have to learn from it to surpass it, like a student. Love that. That's a really great comparison there. It wasn't David versus Goliath, of course. We're going back to more biblical references. It's not like good beats evil or anything like that. It's a pendulum. It's constantly swinging back and forth between the two, and you have to learn how to make that dance, eternally swaying from the dark to the light, and the more intense that the light shone, the darker the shadow is cast. So yeah, again, one of my favorite descriptions of this kind of balancing, because like everyone has the dark and the light in them. It just depends which one wins more. And my favorite description of that constant living with both in you is, of course, half God, half devil, which I referenced earlier. But in this moment, I do tend to like in this moment quite a bit. But that without the darkness, there would be no light in me. I kind of like that thought of just like, without all this darkness, there would be no reason to strive to be the best you can be, to be this light. And if it was just all light, there wouldn't be anything to fight for, in a sense, because you would just have it all. So you need both sides to push yourself. But it's a constant dance you must do to not let one side beat the other, in a sense. So without the light, there would be no dark shadow cast. Like, great descriptions there. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. Yes, we just played. Yeah, and the harder you struggle against it, the harder it fights back. Yeah. And in the end, I must not forget, and we must not forget, that we are human beings. I couldn't agree more. Wow. What was that? We're encroaching on an hour and a half, so I'm not going to chit chat much longer at you here. But that was definitely one hell of a battle to get through there. That's just like, holy fucking A, man. I'm looking at the thumbnails here. Some of the people I really enjoy watching, and if you haven't watched them, you definitely should. Rick Road, they do some really good stuff. I like those brothers. Holy shit. That's just all it says there. Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice, of course, classic. Hiren has me in tears. Like, yeah. Now, this is some powerful shit. I would definitely love Creative Genius. Yeah, that's another one. Knox Hill. If you haven't checked out Knox Hill, that dude's awesome. You should check that motherfucker out. He helps me a lot with rap terminology and whatnot, so he's really good to, yeah. I did hear his Ren suicide video is pretty intense, so yeah, I'll have to check that one out. But yeah, like, that was fucking great. I can't wait to see other people's reaction to that, because wow. Yeah, definitely check out more from Ren. This dude's very creative. Like, seriously impressive if he was not trained. And yeah, that's all I got. I gotta get over Thanksgiving, so I'll see you all next time.